James and I saw Seven Veils. I thought this movie was going to be so friggin' good based on the trailer. I was so drawn in based on the trailer. And it was kind of mediocre. So it was a little disappointing. I'm going to give you the gist. Amanda Seyfried was extraordinary. Her performance was extraordinary. She's always really great. I just thought it would be better. I thought the way that they presented it in the trailer, that it would be more abstract and darker. I feel like the trailer really represented that tone, but there were just some things that were really missing. Like one of the biggest things that I feel like was missing from the movie was what were the stakes. And like, they had her putting on this production as this director, and what was there for me is like, okay, so if the production doesn't go well, so what? Does she lose her marriage? Is her career on the verge of dying right now? And if she doesn't do this production well, then she's going to lose everything. Like they didn't address that. So it was difficult for me to care. And I just wish they had taken like the darker, more abstract elements of her being haunted by her past. And I wish that they had really pushed it to the limit, but they didn't. So, spoiler alert. I'm going to talk about details from the film. I really thought it was when the props chick who was dating the understudy, basically the awkwardness of her like asking to give up a performance to the lead actress. There was a moment where I was like, oh my gosh, is she going to kill her? I'm like, ooh, like things are finally getting good, but that didn't happen. I really didn't understand like the point of them showing the affair between Amanda Seyfried's husband and like the woman that was watching Amanda Seyfried's mom, like the nurse. Like that was kind of an extra side quest that we didn't need. Like it didn't really further the story at all. Same with like the dude understudy and like her and him having like a thing for a bit. I liked that the concept. I liked that it was about her needing to work through her past trauma through like facing it through her work. It was based on an Oscar Wilde play, the opera that was within the film. I've never read it, but I'm kind of intrigued to read it now. One of the coolest things at the end of the play that you find out at the end of this movie is that they really mounted that production. They really remounted it. So whatever they had to do to like work with the opera company to have that happen was really cool. So it was really believable them being in the aspect of that story. But like I said, it almost felt like, oh, we're going to remount it anyway. And now let's like shoehorn in this movie that's like a little like tepid. Is that how you say it? Tepid? Temp, like room temp water. It was just kind of like schmeh, I wished like the thing about the props woman and her getting assaulted by the guy and then her blackmailing the theater. Like I said, it was interesting. I just don't know how it furthered the story unless they were trying to make a parallel between the guy who had died, that was Amanda Seyfried's mentor, and this guy and like kind of the Me Too movement. They addressed obviously this kind of they left it kind of ambiguous, like, and you kind of got like, oh, she was like groomed by her dad as well as this director and really taken advantage of when she was younger. But I just left the movie asking myself, what was the point? And I thought the concept was really good, but I was expecting more the way they presented it in the trailer, like Black Swan, like I was expecting more of like her actually losing her mind because she was having to deal with this past that she had swept under the rug. But yeah, I already shared kind of my main like pitfalls, like the stakes and a bunch of like extra side quests that like I didn't really feel like was needed. And it just kind of being misrepresented in the trailer. But yeah,